Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take a random character, random weapon, and try to beat Danger 5 with it. Hope you're all doing well. Let's see what the game gives me today. We have the Creature. Okay, I believe we haven't done Creature yet, in the random series, so let me just check that. And we have not, so we're gonna roll our random weapon and see what we get. We've got Rock. Rock is not a great one for Creature because the main thing that Creature does is improve your weapon damage with curse scaling, and so you just want weapons that attack quickly with this character. But Rock also does give us a bunch of defensive stats. It doesn't really care about losing range because we'll have high armor and HP, so it's not the worst item that we could have gotten, but definitely not the best. I think I like Rock more than like a lot of other players. A lot of people think that this is a very weak weapon, but a weapon that just gives us a lot of free defensive stats is something that I'm always going to be happy to have, so I like Rock a decent amount. 58 materials off the first wave, definitely not bad. We're going to go ahead and pick up some harvesting here, and didn't find a rock, but coffee is excellent, especially if we can get it cursed with our cursed fishhook. Lost duck, I think, is worth locking as well. I'm going to roll here and just buy some rocks. And wow, okay, well that is some luck. Obviously, with the Creature, you're likely to get cursed weapons anyways, just by locking them with your fishhook. But just finding our weapon cursed on wave 1 with 3 curse is fairly unlikely. I did want to find another rock to lock, and we did get unlucky there. But already we've got 4, and one of them's cursed, so I'm not going to complain too much. With Creature, it is really nice if you can find weapons and lock them in the early shops, because you just get more fishhook value. The fact that we found a coffee as well is great, because the main thing that this character is going to need is attack speed, so finding the coffee will help out a lot. I'm going to roll here. I'm looking for harvesting. Roll one more time. I missed, but I'll just take 5 luck. That's fine. Okay, the lost duck got cursed. I'm still not going to buy it, though. You can, on Creature, buy non-weapon items and hope to roll into something else that you can lock for your fishhook early. So if you curse one of these, you could buy it on shop too. But I really want to level my rocks, so I'm going to go ahead and just buy those and then roll again. Would have loved to be able to lock another one, but maxing out our weapon set is so important that I'm very happy to just get that going early. One downside of Rock is, of course, the lowered movement speed, and that does slow your farm speed in the early game. Great to get a crate out of that tree. The 5 luck paying off. Always want to kill the clams there because they drop more materials. Oh, is there any chance we can kill this loot alien? Yes, that's one reason that I like Rock, because it's just a very high damage weapon. Feather, losing more XP gain is definitely bad for this character, but 3% dodge, I think, is worth grabbing for 6 materials, so I'm going to start building dodge. We will want dodge eventually. Scales really well with the HP and armor that we're getting from our weapon. Another tree, or a tree, is excellent. Very happy with the harvesting there as well. I could take 5 luck, but I'm going to roll for more harvesting if I can find it. This is a really interesting shop. Do we take 6 dodge and start building dodge, or do we just get more harvesting? I'm just going to take the more harvesting. Getting that going early, I think, is really important for this character. Offsetting our XP gain penalty with a scar is something that you can do on Creature. It just gets you a few more levels. We're definitely going to buy the lost duck. I think I'm going to... So we have... This would cost us 58, so we can't buy both. Obviously, we're buying the cursed item because we want to keep stuff locked for our fishhook. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to buy the scar, because this will offset the XP gain penalty for a couple more waves. We're now back to 2% XP gain. And if we can curse this coffee, it'll be very valuable. Here, I will just buy the rock, I think. I could lock it and try to curse it, but just getting a level 2 cursed rock is nice, and we can lock the weird food as well. Dynamite is actually worth considering locking there, because that's an item we could buy just for curse if the fishhook went off on it, and maybe I should have. But I think this character does want to keep some shop slots open right now because we could roll into more cursed items just naturally. We have very high curse already, and we could roll into more important economy items. More XP gain, more things like scars. A bag would be really nice as well. Didn't get the second curse alien there. That's because of our slow movement speed. So that's another reason I kind of want to keep some shop slots open so that we can potentially roll for movement speed. I'm going to recycle the mutation. It doesn't do anything for us. And then here we're going to take harvesting. Here I'm going to re-roll. I think we can do better. Rolling one more time is fine for 5 there. And yeah, I'll take 10 luck. I definitely need some regeneration. Unfortunately, the coffee didn't get cursed, but the weird food did, and that's going to help with our healing a lot, and more attack speed, very important as well. Roll here. Nothing good. Let's roll again. Okay, we rolled into a second cursed fish hook. That's amazing. So obviously we're going to buy that. We're going to lock this rock, lock the lost duck. With 2 fish hooks, I'm going to lock the dynamite as well. We have a very high chance of cursing this. And so that's just very valuable. And then for 6 materials, I'm actually going to roll again anyways to potentially try to curse something else, but we actually just got a naturally cursed item. So now the only thing I'm feeling like we need is just any kind of regeneration, and we'll be very happy. Because we have fish hooks, double fish hook, if we find something like a sad tomato or a fairy that's just a lot of regeneration, I may just lock it for a few waves to try to get it cursed with the double fish hook, because that will oh, I really thought that second attack would kill it. So bad movement by me, because I moved away in anticipation that the second attack would kill it. Okay, can we kill this loot alien? Manually targeting it down. That cost me just a little bit of money there. Scared sausage, I don't think we want. We're just going to recycle that. Injection I'll take, though. Our max HP is good. Our percent damage is low. Crit chance is not bad for rocks. They actually have high base crit chance. So even though they only crit for 1.5x, you can build around critical hit effects like Tentacle or Hunting Trophy just because of the high base crit chance. Here, though, I think I'm going to reroll. I could take max HP or crit chance, but I feel like we can do better. Just take 2 armor here. That's really nice. Okay, great. We got a bunch of items cursed. Unfortunately, not the rock, but we managed to pick up at least these as well. I'm actually going to leave the rock locked in the shop for one more wave. We can just buy cursed items. Just buying lots of cursed items is good. I'll lock Blood Leech. I won't buy it if it doesn't get cursed, but if it does, I will. And we'll buy Dynamite as well. 35 or whatever we spent on that dynamite for 1 curse is a totally reasonable trade. You just want as much curse as possible on this character. It increases your damage output as well as increasing your chance of rolling more cursed items and your economy by having more cursed enemies appear. So movement speed and regen are the #1 stats, I guess after curse for us right now. It'll make it so much easier if we have movement speed to do stuff like chase down that loot alien. But we're feeling pretty good. We've got decent damage output and very high armor from our rocks, so our survivability is not horrible. I took a couple extra hits, so I had to run up there and get that consumable, which cost me the tree kill. But we're still making good money. Wave 6, 200. Definitely not bad for Abyssal Terrors. Take the Alien Eyes. This is a way to kill enemies. And here I'll just take 10 harvesting. Here's the tentacle I was talking about. So that can be very valuable for a rock build, because you just have high base crit chance, so you can get a lot of healing out of it. Take the Blood Leech and Dynamite, and just going to keep upgrading our rocks now. We'll buy the tentacle, and we'll take our free reroll. Our roll again here. There's nothing here that we actually want, and then we can lock all of these items and potentially curse them. Buying melee damage is less important for this character because we have curse damage scaling, so we don't need to buy that much melee damage, but it still helps, and if we get the hedgehog cursed, it's just a cursed item we could buy. Do I reroll for 8 here to try to lock something? One more thing? I think that's worth it, actually. And wow, that worked out very well. with 2 cursed fish hooks, the value of every item we lock in the shop is so high that it's worth re-rolling, I think, much, much more aggressively, even with only 1 slot. You can see there that the lowered range that the creature gets messed up my movement a little, so I cost myself that enemy kill just by thinking that I was in range of attacking it, but from, like, muscle memory. But because of the creature having lower range, I was actually out of range of it. Unfortunately, this cursed walrus keeps getting healed, so coming back for encore after we've tried to chase them off stage. I did see that curse alien, but I decided I was taking too much damage and just wanted to focus on farm. Here, I'm just going to take 3 regen. I definitely want to boost my regeneration. Obviously, the least exciting item got cursed of the 4 that we had locked. This is a... So, Fishhook was actually changed in a patch. It used to be independent chances. Now it's additive chances. This happened a while ago, and I've just been giving wrong information since then. So this is a, what was that, 59% chance per item of getting cursed, and we only succeeded on 1. The chances of that are not high. Let's go ahead and buy all these. I'm going to level my rocks evenly, even though we have a cursed one, just because level 2 rock giving you an armor is such a huge upgrade. So you really want to get rocks to level 2 at least. We'll lock this. I'm going to roll again. Roll 1 more time to see if we can lock anything good. And yeah, we'll lock a cursed bait and lock a bait and a mushroom. This next wave, I'm going to roll for movement speed. We're getting to the point where I'm taking a few too many hits. And that's because we have -10 movement speed. And I definitely do not want to have negative movement speed when we're going to fight the elite. So I need to rectify that before we get there. That's the first of our lure aliens. Kill that tree, and then run up here and finish this guy off. Run down through all these enemies. Our very high armor and consumable healing is helping to keep us alive. We actually got 2 loot alien spawns really early in the wave, so I'm keeping an eye out for a 3rd. Sometimes when you have lure, it spawns 3, and loot aliens can spawn... they spawn every 10 seconds, but on the 5-second mark. So at like 15 seconds remaining in the wave, we could have had a spawn. At 5 seconds remaining in the wave, we could have had a spawn. Didn't get quite that lucky, but we still got 2 crates and a decent income. I'll take the Blood Leech here. Obviously, losing Harvesting is painful, but all the regen we can get is good. Recycle that. I really want movement speed. This is our level 10 upgrade, but I also really want attack speed. Which of these is more important? Do I just roll for move speed? I think I kind of have to. Attack speed would be amazing, but if we don't find movement speed from, like, this upgrade, when are we going to find it? I'll spend 15 here. Okay, we finally did find move speed. And then I'll roll 1 more time, and I could take 2 armor. I could take 8 harvesting. Let's just take the armor. Great, we got a cursed rock. I'm going to go ahead and combine, and then buy another cursed one. I guess maybe I should have just combined 2 level 1s, because I already talked about that, and I immediately did the opposite of what I said I should do. Roll here, we'll lock a rock. Very happy to see this fin, especially if it gets cursed. That will solve our movement speed problem entirely, but even if it doesn't, it's going to be great for us. And then 2 more cursed items, of course, we will lock. Alright, with the movement speed level up, a little more regeneration that we just got, and... the fin locked in the shop, I feel like we are more or less in the clear on this run. You know, obviously the run's not over or anything, but we've now hit every important benchmark. We've got very high curse, we've got very high harvesting, our armor is doing very well, our regeneration is enough to keep us alive most of the time, and we've fixed our move speed, so as long as I make it out of the elite fight in the next couple waves, I feel like this run is going phenomenally well. As should happen when you play the creature, this character is incredibly strong. Run over here and take out that loot alien. Knockback being a little bit of a problem for me there. Just too much knockback, pushing the enemies away from me, so I couldn't kill the loot alien as quickly as I'd have liked. And we did, because I let a lot of those slashers spawn, and they spawned cursed, And our damage is good, but not incredible. It did cost me a little money that wave, but we're still doing well. We're going to recycle the Toxic Sludge here. We don't have any use for that. Very happy to get attack speed. Okay, everything got cursed. Excellent. Gonna do this properly this time. And then we'll just buy all the curse that we can eat. We will take our rock here, and yeah, I can take Little Frog. Our dodge I would love to improve, but a lot of our healing right now is consumable healing, so increased pickup radius is really good for that, and the harvesting, of course, is relevant even this late. Corrupted Shard, just gonna grab, we'll lock a rock here, and Alloy I'll buy if it gets cursed. If it doesn't, I probably won't buy it. There we go. It's so freeing when you've been playing with low movement speed to suddenly zip around the map. Just feels so much better to play with high move speed. Creature's such a fun character. Just, I mean, getting to just have these super high economy runs with everything being cursed is just so satisfying. I do want to improve my damage. Our damage output is fine, but not amazing. And with a lot of cursed enemies, we definitely want to fix that. But right now, our defensive stats are so good that we can still generate good money just by running into the middle of all the enemies. Alien Magic I'll definitely take. Losing 8 luck, of course, is bad, but we want regen and HP. And then here, I think I'm just going to take 4 melee damage. Although we do have the curse damage scaling, I just want to improve the base damage of my weapons a little bit. Yeah, I'll just buy this last fishhook, so this will make locking items extremely valuable. We could lock the fishhook, and if this was going to be an endless run, then I would. But given that we just want to try to get as many cursed items as possible, just having the fishhook earlier is more important. Not going to buy the alloy because it didn't get cursed, but we'll take a rock, and now we've got 4 cursed weapons. Roll here. I could try to lock the glasses. A cursed glasses would help offset our range penalty, but I think that you should just ignore the range penalty on creature. Going down to 96 range, if we were to go back up to like 120 range by buying a 40 range on the glasses, range has half effect on melee weapons, so that's why it would only improve our weapon range by 20. Just wouldn't make a big difference and costs a lot of money, so it's just not worth it. I'll take a Peaceful Bee, though, and a Wheelbarrow we'll grab as well. Roll here again. Peacock is kind of nice. This can help get us levels, and on wave 11, I think we're safe to buy it. So I'm going to buy the Peacock, and then I'm going to lock these two to try to curse them. Scared Sausage I probably wouldn't buy. Well, I'd buy it if it got cursed, but I don't think it's worth locking, whereas these items definitely are. So I do need to be careful this wave, because we have the Peacock. Enemies are going to do increased damage. So the Peacock is nice, because this can get us a level or two, even though we are the creature and have the huge XP gain penalty. When you have an item like Peacock or Celery Tea that gives you an XP boost for the wave, you often get several levels because you're behind in level curve. Levels cost more the more of them you have. So when you're behind in the level curve, even a small boost to your XP for one wave can get you a few levels. And our armor and defensive stats are good enough that the extra damage is painful, but not the end of the world. I do have to run away a little bit because I took a few extra hits there. From cursed enemies, which do a lot of damage, but we still got 2 levels, so I think it was worth it. We'll recycle the snake here. I'm gonna re-roll this, and I don't really need more harvesting this late. None of these other stats are good. I'm gonna re-roll one more time. Yeah, we'll take the attack speed. I definitely need attack speed, and I'll take some more movement speed. Getting to 20%, 23% even, is gonna help a lot going into the elite fight. Here, we will keep upgrading our weapons. Take the Shady Potion, Cursed Fertilizer, Cursed Saltwater, roll again, lock a rock here, and I don't need more move speed, so I'm just going to reroll rather than lock that Terrified Onion. Reroll again. We'll take the Baby Elephant. Snail, I guess I'd buy if it got cursed. And we're fairly likely to curse an item. We have 20% plus 58, so we have, or 59. So we have just about an 80% chance, 79% chance. All right, with our cursed rocks, I feel like we should be able to kill this elite fairly quickly. We do quite good damage because we have our curse scaling. Our rocks are cursed as well. Elite's moving so fast. I'm now moving quite fast because of the salt water. I'm going to back off just a little bit and try to regenerate so that I can move back in at higher health. Our low range here is definitely a problem on this wave in particular, because it's hard not to take hits from all of these clams when we have low range and we're fighting them. This is not the cleanest elite fight by me, but we should get there in the end anyways. Okay, we got there. Didn't quite have the defensive stats to just tank the elite, and that's what we really needed in order to make that fight easy. But by disengaging and re-engaging over and over, we were able to still clear it and remain relatively safe. I'll take the bait. Something to be aware of, though, is that cursed bait does give you more lampreys. It doesn't say so on the tooltip, which obviously it should. I don't know why they don't fix that. But we will get more lampreys there. I'll lose 2 melee damage for sure in order to get 20% dodge. This jump starts our dodge and will make us much better at defense and makes any dodge that we buy in future more valuable. Didn't get there on the Baby Elephant. Let's go ahead and combine and buy another Cursed Rock. Now all 6 of our weapon slots are cursed. Take the Snail as well, that'll make dodging a little easier. I think I will still buy the Baby Elephant. This character could use a little more wave clear. Then we're gonna roll. Power Generator's a really nice one. I'm actually going to lock this because these types of scaling items, when you get them cursed, are so strong. Because we'll get 2% damage for every speed, so it's going to be like plus 40% damage. I'll buy the Pencil, just because it's a cursed item. And we'll roll again. Keep upgrading our rocks. We don't need to curse rocks because they're all cursed already. Take the Duct Tape and then roll. And even cursed, I'm not going to buy the white flag, but I'll lock a turret here. So really hoping the power generator gets cursed. If it doesn't, then we'll leave it for one more wave. Normally, I don't suggest trying to curse specific items. You should just buy good items when you see them, even if you have fishhook. But with 3 fishhooks, 2 of them cursed, it can be... it's obviously a lot better to try to curse specific items because you just have a much higher chance of doing it. Because we have that peacock, so we actually got some bonus XP gain and we bought a scar early. We actually still got a level this wave despite our huge XP gain penalties. So you can still get some stats even on the creature. Let's go ahead and definitely buy that. Let's roll here. I want attack speed more than these other stats. Attack speed is just so important for this character. We did get the cursed power generator. Sift's Relic we don't need to curse. Actually, this has a bonus effect when it gets cursed, right? It does something. I forget what it does that's unique. It gives you armor and then also something else. So I'm going to curse it because I don't remember what it does. I just want to find out. Coil, we currently have negative knockback, but again, this is an item that converts one stat into another, so I'm going to try to specifically curse it. We'll upgrade here. The Acid, I don't really care that much about, so I'm just going to reroll and try to lock another thing. Our weapons attack slower than the ball and chain already, and also this penalty decreases when you curse it, so we're going to lock that, and then roll one more time, and I guess this level 1 rock doesn't do anything because we can't combine it with any of our cursed rocks, even if I get it cursed, so I guess I'll lock it, because if I get it cursed, I can combine 2 of our level 3 rocks and just level up our weapons anyways. So again, very low range, but now our defensive stats are a lot better than they were when we fought the last elite. So we should be in better shape to try to kill this elite. Our defensive and offensive stats are much higher. So just making sure that I'm never going too low on HP while we fight it, and we were able to kill it very, very quickly. And you can see that you end up, even with rock, which is not an item that that benefits a ton from the extra damage scaling because it attacks so slow. The bonus damage scaling that you get from creature means we haven't had to invest in almost any damage. I think I took 1 melee damage upgrade, and we're hitting for 500. So very, very powerful tool that you just get all of your damage for free just by playing this character and buying an economy stat that you would already want. Ashes, we will lose a fair bit of armor, but these stats are great for us. This even helps offset the range penalty, so I'll take this. I will prioritize armor a little more now. But I'll just take 15 luck. That's good as well. We did get the cursed rock. We got the cursed ball and chain. So our weapons weren't going to attack more frequently than half a second anyways. Sif's relic didn't get cursed, but I will just hold on to it. So we'll buy ball and chain. We'll buy coil. We'll combine. I should probably look at which of my cursed weapons was best there in order to combine the two worst cursed weapons, because curse has random values, but I'm too lazy. We'll obviously take the cursed muscly dude and then roll. I'll lock another rock here, and we'll lock a hedgehog. Let's drink in some water, and killing this tree. The extra range from the ashes is making things a little bit smoother. I still, as I've mentioned, I don't think that you should worry at all about losing range on this character. But if you get a lot of range for free, like from something like an ashes showing up in a box or, you know, night vision goggles, it can be useful. The goal here, of course, with a rock build is that you want to have enough armor and regeneration, dodge, etc., that you can just run straight at all the enemies and not have to worry about any incoming damage, and that's what we've achieved. We'll take 12% more damage here. Okay, Sif's Relic, right, it gives dodge when you get it cursed, which is obviously awesome, because the armor and dodge scale together. So, amazing for this item, and of course we wanted to get that cursed because now we're at almost dodge cap. Don't really care if the rock gets cursed, but I guess I'll buy the hedgehog anyways. Just give us more chances at cursed items, and sure, we'll buy all of these. Our XP gain is actually only at minus 33% because we've increased it a couple times, so we will still get level ups for the baby squid. And regeneration is the only stat that I actually care about. Nail is also not bad. We have 3 engineering, so if this gets cursed, it can increase the damage of our weapons. Not by infinite amounts, but by a reasonable margin. We're actually strong enough that I could let some of these mini-bosses spawn by letting the Stargazers hatch. For extra XP, for extra money, but mostly I'm just focusing on clearing the wave as quickly as possible because we just want to make the most money we can. Especially killing the cursed enemies since they're worth extra materials. But there you can see, when we let the mini-bosses spawn, you get a few extra materials out of them. Now, Wave 16, of course, on the creature, you want to find and focus down the curse aliens, which spawn around the edges starting halfway through the wave, so very important to do that. Gambling token we'll take, of course, going towards dodge cap. Oh, actually, I have a nail locked in the shop, so maybe I should have bought that pencil. Just take 3 more armor. Everything got cursed here. We will upgrade. Can I buy everything? Not quite. So I'm going to buy the barnacle and the baby squid. Oh, barnacle didn't get cursed, actually, but it is going to give us more stats over time. Just because it was purple, I thought it had gotten cursed, so my bad there. I should have left this locked to get it cursed, because you just want to buy cursed items, and then we will lock both of these and roll, lock this. These are not that exciting to buy, even when cursed, but any cursed item on the creature is so much damage and value, you just lock stuff. So now we've got a lot of knockback because of the coil. Not that enemies are surviving our attacks that frequently to get knocked back, but our turret is pulling enemies away from us, which is kind of fun. Cursed rocks also gain additional armor and HP bonuses as you level them, so cursing rocks is even stronger than other items. Actually took a lot of damage there. I need to be a little bit careful. Our regen is good, but if I can still die if I take a lot of hits in a row and just sort of don't notice that that's happening. Cursed enemies do more damage, obviously, so there is that downside. I'm going to buy the jerky. That's amazing for our survivability. We'll take the nail here. It's just going to increase our damage output. And garden will help against the elite. Spicy sauce or fertilizer. I guess I'll buy the fertilizer first, because while the harvesting isn't that relevant, might as well buy the economy item early, because the spicy sauce also not that relevant. Let's lock all of these. We'll be very happy to buy them. Should be able to kill this elite quite quickly, because our damage output is very high. And there it goes. Cursed Garden is a lot of extra consumables, so it works really well with our jerky to keep us fully healed at all times. The more cursed enemies we get, the more money we get as well. So curse is another stat that's just massively synergistic with itself, because you get more cursed enemies, you get more money, you get more cursed items, you get more curse, and then those give you more cursed enemies to buy the more cursed items to get more curse. So the more of this you have, the better it gets. We're going to take the panda here, of course. This is just a nice item. I don't care about capping my max HP at 96. That's plenty, so we'll take 8 melee damage. This isn't that exciting, but, you know, losing out on some potential max HP does not matter at this point. Going up to 59% dodge, that hurts. We're 1% short. Just feels bad. And here I'm going to take some crit chance. I actually want to improve my damage output, and that's one of the ways that we can do that. Let's pick up all of these items. I can't quite afford them all, right? So we'll upgrade our weapon, take the spicy sauce, and glass cannon, I think, will give us more additional damage than the level 4 rock would. So let's roll here. Dangerous bunny, cursed, I would buy. I'm going to roll again, and then we'll lock these items and see what other cursed items we can pick up. Would have loved to get a hunting trophy, or obviously Black Flag would be the absolute best item that we could have gotten, and then our economy would have gone just bananas, but we are still in really good shape in terms of our damage output and survivability. Gonna take out that loot alien, get another crate before the end of the game. And maybe this tree has another one for me? No, not quite, but not bad either. More attack speed would have gone really hard this wave as well. Our attack speed's fine, but certainly not amazing. You know what? I'm going to take the crown because, of course, how can you be the king of Brotato without a crown? And then we're going to recycle the eye surgery. We'll grab some more move speed. And here, let me just re-roll this. No, I'm going to take 4% dodge so that we're at dodge cap, because it bothered me to be at 59% dodge. The Dangerous Bunny we're just grabbing for the curse, not because of the economies that it gives us is good, but we will take it anyways. We'll take all of these items, go ahead and combine and buy another rock, and then roll, and then we will level up this rock. Can't buy the mammoth, which would have been really nice at the end there. The cursed mammoth would have been so much damage and regen, especially because it gives 9 knockback. Maybe I actually shouldn't have bought that rock and should have sold a rock for the mammoth. It's possible that we were supposed to play this with 5 rocks and the mammoth instead of upgrading our weapons. But as is, I'm just going to take the crit chance. We will pick up a corrupted shard, do a curiosity reroll here, another one, and just see what we could have gotten. Ooh, cursed piggy bank. If you get cursed piggy bank a lot earlier, then it can be very valuable, because compound interest, even slight changes to the amount of compound interest that you get, vastly change the amount of money you get. So piggy bank at 20%, not that efficient. Piggy bank at 40%, absurd. But let's go to wave 20 and see if our cursed rocks can defeat the bosses. We'll kill the whale alien first because it's the more difficult of the two, just constrains your movement more with the way that it positions its attacks. And this one we can just kind of spiral around. Not that it really matters, but it's good to get in the habit of doing them in the right order. And there you go. That is the creature defeated in a random run with rocks. I actually liked rock more than I was expecting to for the creature. Normally you just want the fastest attack speed, so you just want submachine gun for this character. By far the best weapon for it, but rock worked really well and felt pretty nice. Just getting all these free stats. I mean, look at how much armor and HP you get from the level 4 cursed rocks. 4 armor per rock is so good. Ended up with like 2/3 of our items cursed. Obviously, finding this early cursed fishhook was a stroke of luck, but still very powerful. The early coffees were good. These lost ducks were nice as well. 108 healing off the tentacle, so you can see why I say that, which is decent. You can see why I say that rock benefits reasonably from crit chance items, or crit proc items like tentacle, because it just has a high base crit chance. One lure we found. The gentle alien was nice. What else? A bunch of damage from the power generator, a bunch of damage from the coil as well. Our weapons didn't hit the minimum attack speed for the ball and chain, so it was just a ton of armor, knockback, and damage for free. The 20% dodge from the Cursed Sif's Relic is amazing, so you should really try to get this item cursed, because it gives you a lot of dodge as well. We only gained 4 regen from the baby squid, because we got it pretty late, but still not bad. A lot of our later items were more just buying more curse, rather than the items themselves being good, but still very helpful. Also, I will say, I love the spicy sauce change in the recent patch to be only 2 rather than 3. That makes this item a lot more attractive. So, great change there by Blobfish. Alright, my friends, hope that you enjoyed this Brotato random run with the creature. The win streak does continue, so that's nice as well, though creature is such a powerful character that I didn't feel like we were ever in danger. As always, of course, if you have enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, and you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.